Hello everybody, this is the Klassie Cafe and I am of course Klassie Kyle. Now, today we have an extremely special guest. We have the Aspire Wrestling Champion, Eden, and before we come to you, I just want to make it clear that obviously we are going to be heading into some big shows for Aspire coming up. Destined for Glory is coming up in November. We will have more details on that when it comes, and of course this weekend we are going to be in Pop World for Fright Night. And that brings me back to our guest today. Eden has been an inspiration to many people here in Aspire, not just out in the crowd but backstage as well. She has defied odds, broken through glass ceilings, and I dare say has led a Hall of Fame career in such a short space of time. Eden, thank you for joining me today.
That's all right.
I suppose the thing we need to ask you first is, how did you get involved with this crazy world of wrestling?
It's a long story.
Okay.
I'm one of 5 of a family of wrestlers. I was the second to join. My older brother, Lightning Lewis, he started before me, and then I joined, and it's just sort of been a spiral of crazy wrestling kids in my, I feel so sorry for them, my parents' house.
Yeah.
And it's just never ended, really.
And of course you've won not only titles here in Aspire but up and down the country.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever envision that happening when you started?
No. I started it as just like an extra thing to do, a way to meet people, a way to build my confidence, and never once did I think that it had come to me winning titles, to me wrestling up and down. I never thought it had ever reached that stage.
Yes. And of course, when you first came in, is it fair to say you had a bit of a chip on your shoulder?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it seemed like for a little while there you kind of in a bad place. Making some bad decisions.
Yeah. It was one of them things where I do regret a lot of my actions, but as people grow, people change, and I definitely changed for the better, because there's no point in holding grudges against anyone or being in a bad mood. So I sort of give myself a kick up the backside and grow as a person.
And absolutely, and what's been wonderful actually is seeing how you've kind of fallen into this role of coaching some of the kids, some of the beginners. We've taught classes together and things, so it's been amazing to watch you progress in that way. Did you ever think of yourself as being a trainer again, or is that just one of those?
It just came with the responsibilities, really. and seeing all the little kids obviously cheer you on, you just sort of think you want to give back to them, coming to support you. So the one thing I thought I could do is support them and help them become the best wrestler they can be, and if they want to pursue it like we have done and I have done, then I'll be there to cheer them on, 100%.
What has it been like for you to wrestle so many great? We've had so many great stars here, like Erica and Shauna and Luna. What's it been like for you guys to go out there and just tear it up?
I love it every single time. Like I absolutely love wrestling different people, different opponents that come in. It's honestly, I enjoy it so much, because you don't, like, obviously me and Erica were before my time. We had a little kerfuffle, but. So I wrestled her a lot, and we learned a lot about each other, and I dare say if we ever got faced against each other ever again, we could do it with our eyes closed. Like, I know her like the back of my hand, she knows me. But wrestling different people, it's amazing. Like, you get to learn so many new things, you just learn so much from doing that one match with that person.
Because friends do fall out and friends have disagreements, but you and Erica you've teamed together on several occasions and got some pretty impressive victories over people in that time. So again, is it just one of those things, it's a great thing to fall into?
Yeah, 100%. Like, one of the times that stick out in my head is when she had the Enterprise on her back, and we were at Cherry Tree, I'm pretty sure, and no one came out. And I was like, this isn't right. When I found out, I was straight out there. It may not have been straight away, because obviously I was doing whatever I was doing. But as soon as I found out, I was right out there, got changed, got ready, and I was right behind her. Because it's just not right. As I'm all for fighting for what's right, and that was not right at all.
And you've never been afraid of fights, ever.
Never.
I don't think I've ever seen you phased by anybody. So you know I have to ask a tough question here, though. The only opponent that seems to be on the same level of you in terms of just tenacity and, you know, aggression is, of course, the Monster Mayhem. And I have to ask, how are you feeling going into this match on Friday night?
I'm excited. And after what's been the history of what he's done, after attacking me after our tag match, after the last match we had ending in a DQ because the fallen ended up coming out and he ended up cheating, I've never been so angry. I was in such a place of anger that I'm now excited. People keep on asking me, I'm scared for you, you should be scared, and I'm like, I'm far from scared. I am so excited to show him that you can't, now there's no rules, he can't cheat to win. It is whoever wins, wins. And I will win.
Do you think this is not something you can do in an ordinary match? This is something you need to do with no rules?
I need to do it to prove a point that I may be the only female champion Aspire's had. And obviously the champions before me have done these crazy matches, ripped the ring to shreds, and I'm just as good. I will go just as far as they've gone, if not even further, to prove a point, to prove to him, to prove to the fallen, to prove to anyone that it is my time and I will be holding on to that belt for as long as humanly possible.
And if and when you do succeed, Destined for Glory is just around the corner, and it's our Super Bowl, it's our Wembley, it's our Friday night takeaway. You know, it's the biggest thing that we have. It's the one night everybody looks forward to the most. Destined for Glory, where do you see yourself?
Well, with the events coming up, obviously it's my brother versus Jordan Lee for a shot of, in the events that I do, and I will, beat Mayhem, that I then go forwards into this title match. It is me versus one of my own, my family, one of the people that got me into wrestling, or against someone that has hated me ever since I took his belt away from him, and he's held a grudge against me and my family. He's been nothing but disrespectful, rude to anybody around him, and if I do get that chance, depending on if it's my brother, it'll be a great match. Sportsmanship, it'll be all fair is fair, and the best person wins. If it's Jordan Lee, he's going to have to get put in his place. And he won't like it, because he doesn't like listening to anybody. So it's one of them things, if it is him, he's going to have to learn to listen.
Strong words from the champion there. Thank you so much for joining us today. Best of luck with Friday night and, of course, with Destined for Glory. Folks, we will have more details on upcoming shows. Please go to social media and, of course, show your support for our champion here today. From us here in the Aspire Wrestling studio, if we shadows have offended, think about this and all is mended, that you did but slumber here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme is no more yielding but a dream. Stay classy.